Hi, Andrew Smith from Newton Fallowell with your property market update for West Bridgford and the surrounding areas for March 2017. At the end of the first quarter of this year, we are seeing some interesting statistics coming out. One of them is that we're returning to almost exactly the same figures as we experienced in the first quarter of last year. There are differences to the mix and where it all happened. For instance, this year February was quite poor, but January and March seem to have saved the day. There's another interesting factor in the mix this year as well, and that is the resurgence of new homes. There seem to be an awful lot of new homes being built in and around our little area at this moment in time, as you've probably noticed, and they are having an impact. If you look at the figures in the graphs below on the instruction levels, 24 of those instructions were actually from new builders, which does skew the figures ever so slightly. When I look at the region as a whole and look at the 45 Newton Fallowell offices in and around the Midlands, we see that the figures for instructions and appraisals are all slightly up this year. Sales are slightly up, but exchanges, which is the guide that most of the media will use, are slightly down, which again shows that the activity in the first 2 months of the quarter was lagging slightly, and it's picked up again in March. There are some aspects of the market which are not performing overly well. For instance, if you happen to be in a larger house, some of those are sticking at this minute in time, and if you're overpricing, that's not going to go too well at this minute because prices look relatively flat. Now that's a UK-wide phenomenon at the minute. If you look at the new graph I put in this month, it shows from Zoopla. It shows an area of West Bridgford I've taken, which is the centre of West Bridgford and a mile around, which indicates that over the past few years prices have been going up, as we know, but recently they've been flatlining for the past few months. Now if you look at the picture of the UK as a whole, the graph actually turns down slightly, and we're seeing that with London and right across the regions there is a slight downturn. Thankfully our region is slightly more robust than this, and we are simply flatlining. Now the big boys in the marketplace, the likes of Countrywide and Savills, are actually predicting that 2017 will be relatively flat all year, and towards the end of this year and certainly through 2018 we'll see a slight pickup, and they're expecting 2019 to be better than that. So overall the market is good. It's quite robust. Well, I'm very pleased that we've seen things moving forward the way we have. Brexit is now triggered, and the world didn't end. The sun came up and everybody still went to work, which is nice and not quite what some people were predicting. We have 2 years of the shenanigans now to go through, with people saber rattling and all the usual discoveries that the media will throw at us, but I'm sure we'll get through that and continue to move forward. I hope that's all right for you this month. If there's anything specific you want to know, as always, as some of you do, please contact me and I'll run through any specifics with you. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and look forward to seeing you next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.